Every NFL team's goal is to raise the Lombardi Trophy in Tampa for Super Bowl 55 in February as champs. In this video, I'll be telling you my Super Bowl 55 predictions, 3 crazy matchups that will be amazing to see in February. My first matchup is the New Orleans Saints versus the Kansas City Chiefs. How fun would this matchup be? 2 high-powered offenses going at it, led by an all-time great and a young superstar. We could see a preview Week 15 with the Chiefs visiting the Saints. We could see Patrick Mahomes and Drew Brees battle it out, and Michael Thomas and Tyreek Hill going at it. Both are highly capable of reaching the Super Bowl. The Saints have a slightly more talented roster according to Pro Football Focus, ranked second in the NFL, especially after addressing the only roster hole, getting a formidable second wide receiver with Emmanuel Sanders. With the Chiefs ranked 4th in total roster strength, and although the Chiefs have no notable roster changes, they will still be the same loaded offense and star-filled defense, so it'll be a nail-biter with a lot of offense and a lot of points. And who does not want that? I do. We would be able to see Brees win a second Super Bowl before retiring, with one of the best careers in NFL history and a lock for the Hall of Fame. Would be one of the perfect endings to his incredible career. Of course, it's possible the Chiefs or the Saints could struggle with injuries or simply get beat out by a better team, like the Ravens or Seahawks, which brings us to our next matchup, Seattle Seahawks versus Baltimore Ravens. This would be a matchup for the legends, the MVP and the runner-up, 2 of the most dynamic quarterbacks in NFL history, both marked in the record books, with Lamar Jackson breaking the quarterback single rushing record and Russ having an 800-yard rushing season himself. Russell Wilson could continue his winning streak of more wins in his first 8 seasons than any other quarterback in NFL history. This would be a showdown. The Ravens, of course, would have the edge, having the best roster in the NFL. By far, it's not even close. They're loaded at every position. Even after releasing Earl Thomas, the offseason acquisitions of Calais Campbell and Derek Wolfe to go along with Matthew Judon makes their defensive line one of the best in the NFL. And a dynamic cornerback duo in Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphreys. They should have a top 5 defense. I don't have much to say on the offense. It was the best offense in 2019 in my opinion. I'm sure you don't need an explanation on how good they will be. As good as the Ravens are, I would never count out the Seahawks as long as they have number 3 under center. Not just any number 3, Russell Wilson. Any game, any time, any team, Russell Wilson can win the game, no matter how good the other team is. I would not be sleeping on their defense either. With the trade for Jamal Adams and Quentin Dunbar, they could be the best secondary in the league, seriously. Having a first-team All-Pro in Adams at safety, a Pro Bowler in Shaquille Griffin at corner, and the other corner is the second highest rated corner in the game with Dunbar. This group has so much potential to shock the NFL in 2020. Did I mention the linebackers? I think I forgot. The linebackers are the best in the game, having a 2-time Pro Bowler with KJ Wright and an All-Pro and the best linebacker in the game with Bobby Wagner and their 2019 first-round pick, who has more tackles for a loss than Chase Young in college. Yep, you heard me right, than Chase Young. This group will not be easy to go against, run or pass. Barring injury, both these teams are highly capable and ready to make a Super Bowl run. Of course, every team on this list, barring injury, of course. I personally would love to see this matchup more than any other. Which brings us to our last matchup. This one, it could be a surprise to some people, and that is the Buffalo Bills versus the San Francisco 49ers. I know. The Bills, yes, they're not the best team in the AFC, but they went 10-6 before trading for a Pro Bowl wide receiver, the former Viking, Stephon Diggs, which is worth at least 1 win. Just at least 1, maybe 2. And if Josh Allen makes half the jump he did from year 1 to year 2, he'll be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. and should have a top 3 defense around him. The Bills' defense is so loaded in so many ways, having a great secondary with All-Pro Tre'Davious White and Pro Bowler Micah Hyde, a great young 120 tackle linebacker with Tremaine Edmonds, and a 100 tackle linebacker with Matt Milano to go along with Shaq Lawson, Jerry Hughes, Mario Addison, Ed Oliver. Yeah, they're loaded and will be division champs. Unless, by some miracle, the Patriots somehow cover up the worst receiving group in the NFL and huge losses on the defense. Off the top of my head, guys like Dante Hightower, Patrick Chung, Kyle Van Noy, and Duron Harmon. Oh, and they lost some guy named Tom Brady. Won't help to keep that number 1 defense or help the offense. I feel confident in saying the Bills will be division champs for the first time in over 10 years. And then there's the defending NFC champs. This team is loaded. The defensive line, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Dear Ford, should be a top 3 in the NFL. To go along with the secondary led by Richard Sherman, this defense is going a long way in 2020. Match that with the best tight end, a top offensive line, top 10 quarterback, and you have a Super Bowl ready team. This matchup will be all defense and absolutely loaded with turnovers. I think it's very possible that the Bills will be Super Bowl contenders now that the Patriots are no longer a dynasty. We already know that the 49ers are ready for another run. Well, I'm done for this week. I hope you loved this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like so more people see it on the YouTube algorithm. I loved making it for you. Let me know if you have another video idea. Comment below what that is. And of course, if you're even slightly interested in the NFL, make sure to subscribe. Until next time.